This is my 16-week pregnancy update. Up until today, I've had normal pregnancy symptoms that any woman would experience. Fatigue, nausea, appetite issues, just the normal everyday pregnancy symptoms. The only thing that I have experienced that is out of the ordinary is that my iron is low and I have a UTI, which is normal with any pregnant women, but the risk is increased when you're a paraplegic, and we all know why. So the iron issue of low iron is because I'm anemic. I've been that way since my accident. I had to have a blood transfusion when I had my accident, and they did the initial surgery, which was a spinal fusion. For those of you who don't know what a spinal fusion is, it's where they take 2 rods, and they're titanium, and 4 titanium screws, and they just put your spine back together and use the rods and the screws to hold it in place. So when I had that surgery, I lost too much blood and I had to have 1 blood transfusion, and ever since then I've had anemia, low iron, problems like that. So I'm experiencing that right now. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with being a paraplegic, if any other paraplegic women might experience that or not. That's just for my particular situation. Also, I was talking about the UTI. They say a lot of women get UTIs. I'm not sure if they get them this early on, but being a paraplegic, we get those whether we're pregnant or not. So just be prepared that your risk is doubled because you're pregnant and a paraplegic. So I am taking antibiotics for that right now, and the doctor is checking my blood levels to research more about my iron. I was speaking about the doctor. I am seeing the same doctor that delivered ZJ, my first son. I chose to go back and see her. Everything went fine with the delivery last time, and we're just believing that the same thing is gonna happen this time. For those of you who aren't following me on Blogger or Twitter, I'll just tell you that with my son, my first child, I gave natural birth. I didn't have an epidural or any type of medicine, just simply for preference. I could have. I'm just really scared of sticking a needle into my back that's gonna make me not feel anything because I'm already paralyzed. So I decided just to tough it out, and I had a natural birth. I pushed him out. Didn't have to have a C-section or any help. They didn't use any forceps or suction or anything like that. I just delivered him like a lot of other women do. So that's how I plan on giving birth this time. Unless anything, complications were to arise, we plan on having a natural birth. Just to let you know, I'm not sure if they'll make me do it again this time or not, because I've only seen the doctor twice. But when I had my son, I did have to have a lot of tests. They tested the baby, they tested me. I had to have tests to see if I could have an epidural. They wanted to see where my injury was. I believe I had an x-ray or something. I can't remember. But they wanted to make sure I could have an epidural if the need were to arise. At the doctor's office I went to, the doctors had not had a paraplegic patient before. So a lot of them were suggesting that I have a C-section just to make sure everything goes okay, and some of them were kind of not too sure about letting me deliver vaginally or naturally. There was a lot of back and forth about that, but I'm very hard-headed, and in my mind I was thinking, I feel like I can push this baby out. I'm at a pretty low level. My injury level is T12, L1, more L1 now since my accident. So I have a lot of, I have all my stomach muscles and all those things. So I felt like, if I would have to push a baby out. I'm pretty sure that I could do it. So I fought pretty much a lot of doctors that wanted to say, oh, you need a C-section, you're a paraplegic, and you're going to put your baby in danger. And I kept reading on different forums that I found. I didn't find many, but I found a few, and they were saying, don't let the doctors talk you into a C-section. You can have this baby naturally. So going with my instincts, I just decided, no matter what, unless there is a huge complication when it came time to deliver this baby, I'm going to push this baby out naturally. So for those of you women who are watching that are a paraplegic or a quadriplegic with a spinal cord injury, don't let the doctors convince you you need a C-section unless there are life-threatening complications that arise at the end of your pregnancy or during labor and delivery. If you're okay, healthy, and the baby's healthy, and you want to push that baby out naturally, don't let somebody talk you into something just because they don't know enough about a paraplegic delivery. So take it from me. I'm a T12L1. I was very healthy when I had my son. There was nothing wrong with my son. Like I said, you know, if there's something else going on, you may want to listen to your doctor. But if everything's fine, push that baby out like I did. If that's what you want to do, do it. The epidural decision was my decision. I just don't like the idea of being temporarily paralyzed again, and I decided just to tough through it. Just so you know, it doesn't feel good. I did feel labor pains. I felt, you know, all of that, and it hurt. But as soon as the baby came out, it felt better. And as soon as the amniotic sac came out, or whatever that thing is, the placenta came out, it felt even better, and then I had no more pain. I mean, you know, except for the occasional, I just gave birth pains, but it wasn't really that bad without an epidural. But I don't know your pain level, so you'll just have to talk to your doctor about that and decide that within yourself. You know, as a paraplegic, I'm not sure how you feel, but I don't want to be put under some medicine that's going to make me paralyzed again, you know. I've already been through that once. I don't need a medicine to do it. I'm just going to tough it out. So that was my decision with the epidural. That's some things your doctor is probably going to talk to you about. But I'm mentioning these things now because I'm seeing the same doctor that I saw before. They have all this in my file. So if you're new to being pregnant as a paraplegic or someone with a spinal cord injury, these are things that you have to decide on your first pregnancy and your second pregnancy. But I just wanted to go ahead and talk about these things with you because you do have to keep those in mind. Now, my doctors already know my situation and how I choose to deliver. ZJ's doctor is the one I'm seeing, and she knows how I feel about everything, and we're going to try our best to deliver this baby just like I did the first one. So let's move on to what's been going on with my body. Has it changed? Am I gaining weight? Well, recently, about 2 weeks ago, I really couldn't eat much. I really didn't want anything. I was really skipping a lot of meals, just drinking milk and stuff. I know it's bad, but I couldn't eat. Normal pregnancy symptom. About 2 weeks ago, I got hungry, and I got really, really hungry, and I've been eating ever since. And about that time, I just my belly started getting bigger. I mean, I'm not huge, but I'm still wearing the same clothes I wore before I was pregnant. They are a little tight. I have moved up into just wearing basically like stretchier clothing, things that aren't tight in the waist. It does kind of make my stomach hurt a little bit if I wear something that I haven't wore yet. If I find an old skirt or something and it's a little tighter than I figured it would be, I just have to change because it hurts my stomach. But when I went to the doctor last time, a few weeks ago, I've gained 7 pounds so far in my pregnancy, which is pretty good, and I haven't gained a lot of weight yet. That's about the only thing that's changed on my body. It's just normal pregnancy symptoms, nothing out of the ordinary as far as being a paraplegic. just expect to feel like any other woman, you know, nauseous, things stink to you, everything stinks, you smell everything. I've been having a lot of headaches. You know, I just couldn't eat a lot, and now I eat everything. I only want to eat things that I crave. I'm very picky about what I eat. So far that's what I've been going through. Coming up on the next update, from my next appointment, we actually have a gender reveal. So at my next appointment, I will find out if I'm having a boy or girl. Hopefully, if the baby decides to show itself. So the next video, look for it. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, so that you can get these videos when they come out and keep up with me, especially if you're a first-time pregnant spinal cord injury lady, because I want to make sure you know, you have somebody that's going through what you're going through. When I was pregnant for the first time, I didn't have anyone. It wasn't like this. I didn't have someone on YouTube. I had to search and search, and most of what I found was PDF articles from handbooks and things. And it wasn't really, there wasn't anyone out there really to help me. I was kind of having to just figure it out. So if you're pregnant and you have any questions or concerns, you don't have to comment for everybody to see. You can send me a direct message. My email is, I'll put a link for my email below. If you want to send me a private message or a private email, that's fine with me. I love keeping in touch with people. So we can do that. Any questions you have. If you're not a paraplegic and you're just curious and you found me and you want to know things, you can ask me. Y'all let me know what you want to hear in the future too, because every time I get an update, I'm going to try to let y'all know what's going on, but I might forget stuff because this is me, it's my body, it's what I'm used to, so I don't want to leave anything out that you might want to know that I might forget about. So I hope this helps somebody. If this helped you or if this interests you in any way, give me a thumbs up, guys, because I'm really trying to help somebody. That's the main purpose for my YouTube channel. I want to help somebody because I didn't have this help whenever I was pregnant or when I was first learning to be a parent in a wheelchair. So thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get my next videos and keep up with me. And also either comment or send me a message for any questions that you have or things that you want to see in the future. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all so much. Y'all just stay positive and keep going.